solutions featuring quality products from Lennox. Whether it's new installation, system repairs, or routine maintenance, we promise to never sell you anything you don't need. Our professional and experienced technicians provide reliable service you can trust and will keep you informed throughout the entire process. At Comfort Temp, comfort is our business. Peace of mind is our promise.
Looking for the perfect stay in Gainesville? Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center is just steps from the Swamp, the closest hotel to UF. With 6 stylish floors of brand new everything, we've been completely renovated and fully remodeled for your comfort. Enjoy the best guest services in town, competitive rates, and a location you just can't beat. And don't forget about our rooftop pool. Whether it's game day, graduation, or a Gator getaway, make your stay extraordinary at Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center. Visit us online today for details and booking.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app. You've heard his voice for more than 2 decades.
Out of the shotgun, pistol formation, pulls it back. Here comes the ball, near side, wide open. It is caught. Is he in bounds? Yes, he was. Second TD pass of the game.
Now, winter has come to Gainesville and joined Gator Nation.
Telvin Smith of the Jaguars joins us here on Football Sunday on ESPN Radio.
It's the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter, presented by Rally House Gainesville, your one-stop shop for all your officially licensed game day apparel, right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and on the WRUF mobile app.
Flushed out of the pocket, throws back to the end zone. It is knocked away.
Now, here's Kevin Winter.
I am not going to lie to any of you. I never have. I never will. I need a damn beer. It's just, I know I was off yesterday because Jeremy St. Louis was here with This Week in Gator Sports. I need a beer. We got a lot going on, man. Good on Steve. Good on our lead engineer, Corbin McCoy, for getting Steve Russell on the air in Miami, Florida. Yeah, the entire engineering staff as they walk by. But I need a beer. I absolutely need a beer. What a week it's been. What a week it's going to be. What a weekend it will be. The last time we were together, that was before the Texas game on Wednesday. And if you remember our conversation about having an uneasy feeling heading into the game, and an hour before the show, I said my uneasy feeling went away. Well, then as the game progressed, the uneasy feeling went, okay, everything I was suspecting could happen is now happening. And yet, in the end, we wind up winning by 13. We'll go over the game in a moment. So if any of you have any reactions that you have not gotten to or you want to talk to me about, feel free to jump aboard the phone lines. Freeform Friday. Everything is on the table. 392-8255, 392-8255. But I really want to focus on Gator basketball. Today is also a Rally House gift card giveaway Friday, where coming up later this afternoon, I am going to ask you to properly identify this week's Rally House Play of the Week. And the first person who can do so will win a $50 gift card to Rally House, 1680 West University Avenue, your one-stop shop for all your officially licensed Gator Game Day apparel. Where, by the way, Rally House may have a new shirt coming in. So coming up in the 3 o'clock hour, Macy Meese and Jada Ross will be on the air. Why we put those two together, I have no clue, as they look at me like that. Macy has got her Get Some shirt back on that all of you keep calling about. That may soon be coming to Rally House. I hope. We're trying. Her family is trying. So I'm gonna my people at Rally House, that Get Some shirt that Macy's got on again today, this is must be the good luck shirt on Friday, where that may be coming. But later on today, the Rally House gift card play of the week. This afternoon, you will hear my conversation with ESPN college basketball analyst Seth Greenberg. I know Seth has talked to Steve before the Texas game. I talked to Seth this morning. He just got done media availability over at the basketball complex. He and Jay Williams are here. The entire College Gameday crew is going to be here. They're doing their show tomorrow morning at 10. They'll go 10 to 2, and then they'll be there all night long as well, doing halftime for our game, so they're going to have a little smaller setup. All the event tomorrow is free to everyone. The student gate is gate 3. It opens at 8:30. The public will enter through gate 1 at the O-Dome, and that will open up at 8:45. So look, I'm going to try to head to the golf course, but I may get washed out, so I could pop over to game day as well. But it could be a lot of fun. So if you don't have an opportunity to go to the game tomorrow night, you may want to head over to the O-Dome to catch College Game Day. It'll be a fun atmosphere, and hopefully we pack the O-Dome for that one. It is a sellout tomorrow night for Gator basketball against Arkansas. One note for all of you, Gator basketball tomorrow night will start on 103.7 The Gator at 8 o'clock because we are going to be bringing you Gator baseball at Miami. When baseball is done, WRUF will join the basketball game. So if you're driving around, you got the basketball game on the back end of Gator baseball. Should there be a rain delay and the basketball game or the pregame coverage is underway, I have instructed my staff, you will go to the basketball game. So you're going to get some Gator sport tomorrow night. Okay, let's go back to Wednesday night before I jump to the calls with you guys. I want to go back to Wednesday night. Wednesday night proved to me that this is a championship team. I said it following the game on the Learfield postgame show, on the Regions Bank postgame show on Wednesday night. This is the kind of win you remember when you raise a trophy. That, to me, is what Wednesday night was. You remember a game like that. It had every ingredient, Gator Nation, that we feared, but I think that we craved at some point, and we passed the test. It had every ingredient. We played from behind. We had to play uphill. We played against the officials. Volker Titus flops more than that wacky wavy inflatable doll that you see at car dealerships. I mean, if that Volker Titus thing was disgusting. Guy's softer than a grape. No problem. You fight through adversity. You fight through adversity. You don't get too far behind. You stay connected. You stay in touch. We win Wednesday night with our two best players all season long having one more combined point than they do combined fouls. And we still put up 84. How can Ruben Chinyelu combine for 10 points and 9 fouls? Tommy Houck finished with as many fouls as he did points in the game. And we still won the game by 13. Now, why do we do it? This team is exceptionally coached. You'll hear that in my conversation with Seth Greenberg. This team, the coaching, the staff, the coaching job that Todd Golden and his staff has done to this team. The never get too far behind, meaning never get too down on yourself mentality, has resonated with this team. And it's not just game to game. It has resonated throughout the course of the season. 5-4 is where we were. Todd didn't panic. We never get down. Stay the course. And now that we have stayed the course, we have an opportunity to wrap up the SEC regular season championship Saturday night. I'll go through the scenarios if you do not know them. We stay the course. Our guards have found themselves. Boogie Fland, a New York City point guard, when the only person the other night who's having the dominant monster game is Alex Condon. Boogie Fland joins him in the second half. And he starts taking control of the game. But more importantly, everyone, regarding Wednesday night, our defense rose to the occasion again. What did I tell you at the beginning of the week? I forget who called in and asked me about, maybe it was the Texas game, but someone called in and asked about why I believe in this team on the road so much. And my answer was defense travels. And what happened over the final 7 minutes and 27 seconds of the game? Texas did not get a field goal. They had no made field goals in the final 7:27. Think about it. We come out of the timeout when we thought we went to break. We go up 61-55. Texas comes out on a 6-0 run, which actually turned out to be a 7-0 run because miraculously one of the borderline twos was called a 3. All right, so now it's 62-61. Texas gets the next basket at 64-61 at the 7:27 mark. And we dominate the rest of the game. Todd Golden said it after the game as well. We wear you down. As much as we may think, and I may think, I think it's more me, I think an 8-man rotation is light. That's an NBA playoff. NBA playoff teams go to 8-man rotations in the playoffs. That's when you see guys like LeBron and Steph and Tatum and JB and Jaylen Brown all playing 40 minutes a night, maybe 44 in a playoff game. Obviously, college basketball is shorter. But we've been doing that 8-man rotation all year. In our conditioning, our stamina, to finish a game, to wear an opponent down who cannot be at our level for 40 minutes is what makes this basketball team special. Those are my opening thoughts on the game. Coming up for tomorrow night, Arkansas is going to want to turn this into a track meet. Do we want to run with them? I said this on Monday. Boogie, meet Darius. Darius, meet your shadow. To me, I'm not sure I need Boogie to score a point tomorrow night if everyone else is playing well. Boogie, you cannot let Darius Acuff go off. I think that's going to be the matchup. Boogie Fland, meet the guy who took your job. Boogie was at Arkansas last year. Boogie transferred. Now, got money. Well, look at why. Cal wanted Acuff. Boogie, meet the guy who took your job. And lock him up. The O-Dome's going to be hopping tomorrow night. You're going to have to harness that energy. Todd said it after the game with Sean Kelly in the post-game interview that it's going to be a long day Saturday for this team. They've got some duties to do for College Gameday, probably an afternoon nap somewhere along the way, maybe shoot around at the court, get some rest. It's going to be a long, emotional day. All of us fans are going to be locked in for 6 o'clock because if Tennessee beats Alabama and the Gators go out and beat Arkansas, then the Florida Gators will clinch the regular season championship in the SEC. If Alabama wins and UF wins, we clinch a share of the SEC regular season championship. A University of Florida win tomorrow night, no matter what happens, gives us the 1 seed in the SEC tournament coming up a week from Wednesday. All right, let's kick off the phone. Those are my thoughts, where we're at. You want to talk about the Texas game because I didn't get an opportunity to yesterday? Jump aboard, 392-8255, 392-8255. Phone calls with you. Let's preview Arkansas as well. We go right to the calls here on the Sports Lab, presented by Rally House on a Friday afternoon. We can begin with Elijah. Elijah, how are you, sir?
Good. How you doing, Kevin?
Good. Thanks, man.
You know, the other day I talked about how I thought Condon might be the X factor for this team. And I think he really showed that stepping in it, like you said, in a game where Chinyilu and Tommy did not play well at all. Condon stepped up, and him, along with Boogie, were able to step up and control the game because there was a stretch, especially towards that 15 to 5 minutes left in the second half, Condon was playing out of his mind.
Oh, yeah. He could do nothing wrong. Condon knew he had a matchup. There was one play, Elijah, I can't remember. I think it was in the second half. Condon gave the too small symbol because he knew he had the matchup. He knew he could take whoever was guarding him to the cup, and he did it. And remember, Alex at times this year had not been going to the cup strong, but he did it on Wednesday night, and he's been doing it over the last 3 games. That's the guy that we need.
Yeah.
Right? Anything else?
It made a – and I guess you also already got to it, but looking and seeing how – I guess I'm going to make a comparison to last year's team, which we really shouldn't do, but last year we offensively were so good that you had to play defense so hard that you just could not keep up the entire game. Mm-hmm. This year it's kind of the opposite, where we play such good defense that you have to try so hard on offense to score that by the time you get to 15 minutes left, 10 minutes left, you're gassed.
You're gassed.
And it's even top-tier opponents are out there looking like they're just ready to pass out.
Agree wholeheartedly. All right, Elijah, you going to the game tomorrow night, or are you watching or listening?
Oh, of course, I'm going to be there.
Attaboy. I'll be on the concourse between sections 21 and 121. You guys feel free to come over and say hi to me, okay?
That sounds great.
All right, see you. Be well.
Thank you, Kevin.
392-8255, 392-8255. Calls with you. Woody, you're up next on the Sports Lab presented by Rally House. Hey, Woody.
Yeah, hey, Kevin, man. I wanted to talk to you yesterday.
I know.
I was pretty fired up to see I know a guy needs a day off, right?
But I still didn't get one anyway, but it's all right. This is why I'm back on a Friday. It's why I'm jacked up today. It's like I said, I need a beer.
Yeah. Well, have one on me, man.
You got it.
Good to see them at Texas. Road game, adversity, a weird-looking lineup that had to play major minutes, foul trouble, all that stuff, and they still got the job done. I love this interchangeable parts. I love this team's grit and hustle and stuff like that. Another hurdle cross, because you're going to have a game like that in one of the tournaments where it's a weird matchup, stuff don't go your way. Boca Titus was getting all the calls. That guy was pushing and shoving every time, every possession, and he only had 4 fouls.
You bring up a great point, because I said it to Sean and Brian during one of the commercial breaks when I could talk to him. I said, guy, and this was, I think, at the 6-minute mark, Woody, left in the game. We had just started to begin that closing kick, and I said to Sean and Brian down the line, I said, for the first time all season, we're playing with foul trouble. We really haven't had to do that. Condon, the beginning of the SEC play, he got 3 fouls in the first half of 2 games, but he was the only one in foul trouble. The other night, 2 of your stars, two of your go-tos to calm everything down were playing in foul trouble all night long.
Handlock and stats weren't great, but that guy played a pile of minutes in the second half, and Boca Titus didn't have hardly any stats in the second half. There's a reason, and so I think Handlock did his job, and that's what this team's about. Do your job.
It is.
I like that.
It is.
And then against Arkansas, I'll just say this: do you remember when Michael Jordan scored 63 against the Celtics in a playoff game?
Of course I do.
And Chicago still lost.
Yep.
I'm thinking that. Yeah, it's okay if Acuff gets his 20. You play the same team defense. You play your same offense. You beat the other 4 guys. You get a win.
By the way, Woody, Easter Sunday, 1986, I was at my aunt and uncle's house for Easter Sunday dinner. Remember exactly where it was.
63.
63.
Guard the rest of the guys.
Yep. All right, brother, you enjoy it. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
All right, 392-8255, 392-8255. Phone lines are open all day long for you. Up next on the Sports Lab, presented by Rally House, Seth Greenberg. He's on campus. He's in town. You'll hear my conversation with the former Virginia Tech coach, former ACC Coach of the Year. Coach joins us next. We're off and running with you on a Friday afternoon. Sports Lab, presented by Rally House here on WRUF, your home for Gator Sports.
WRUF Sports Center.
I'm Harper Bowman. Florida baseball is looking to extend their 9-game win streak in Miami this weekend. The Gators will be taking on the Canes in a 3-game series starting tonight. Get coverage of Game 1 with WRUF starting at 6:55 p.m. Gator men's basketball is also preparing to tack on another win to their 8-game win streak. Head coach Todd Golden felt that Boogie Flam played a key role in their latest success.
Got to give Boog a lot of credit. I thought he did a great job playing fast but not in a hurry down the stretch. He did a great job going to his little float piece in the lane, taking what the defense gave him, and then obviously stepped up and shot the ball really well tonight.
Number 7 Florida takes on number 20 Arkansas tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Florida softball is ramping up to defend their undefeated title tonight. The Gators have won 21 games straight, multiple a result of run rules. UF will take the field against UCLA at 8 p.m.
International Diamond Center makes getting the ring of her dreams easier than ever. This Friday through Sunday, it's our annual Tacori and Viraggio Bridal Weekend. The world's most renowned ring designers. They're here on the IDC stage with hundreds of new trending styles. For this event, get special incentives on these exquisite rings. Save up to $4,500 when you buy the engagement ring and wedding band, or take advantage of 36 months zero-interest financing. And all new this year, if you're looking for a lab-grown diamond, we've got you covered. In fact, if you buy any Tacori or Viraggio setting, we'll give you a lab-grown diamond for free. Don't miss the biggest bridal showcase ever at IDC, featuring the industry's leaders in handcrafted, unique, and distinctive rings. Let our experts match the ring with the perfect hand-picked natural diamond, or ask about how you can get a free lab-grown diamond up to 5 carats. It's this weekend, Friday through Sunday, exclusively at International Diamond Center in Celebration Point. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. A CGM can immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Plus, get free shipping, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. Call now to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Call 800-906-9086. That's 800-906-9086. Again, 800-906-9086. That's 800-906-9086.
Whoever said you can't have your cake and eat it too never saw this auto loan rate from Radiant Credit Union. Because from February 20th to March 2nd, you can upgrade your ride and lower your monthly payment. Whether it's new, used, or a refinance, Radiant Credit Union has a special rate to make it happen. Plus, we offer fast approvals and flexible terms to make it easy. At Radiant, you can have your cake. Just keep the icing off the upholstery. Get rolling at radiantcu.org and apply for your limited time low rate auto loan today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Gator fans, get ready to raise a glass for a perfect cause. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill is teaming up with UF Gymnastics head coach Jenny Rowland to bring you 2 brand new limited time drinks. Feel the heat with the fiery flip, or stick the landing with the perfect 10 margarita. And here's the best part. $2 from every drink goes straight to support the Gator NIL Fund. Sip, support, and celebrate Gator greatness. But hurry, these signature drinks are only available for a limited time at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, where Gators come to win.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Zach Albuquerque. Weekdays at 4, right here on WRUF.
Boogie will work with Condon to get down the right side of the lane. Stop, shoots, and scores. Mid-range down. That's a 20-point game for Boogie Flant. Gators have a 20-point score for the 24th time this year. Steal by Brown. 3 on 9 at the other end. Brown dunks it home. 99.
Wasn't sure we were going to get a nighty-night from Sean Kelly on a Wednesday, but we did. Gators win 84-71 over the Texas Longhorns. Kevin Winter with you on a Friday afternoon here on the Sports Lab, presented by Rally House on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, 103.7 HD2. Of course, you can also find us on our WRUF mobile app. And if you want to join our congregation, that's our new word, the congregation of subscribers to our YouTube account at WRUF, home of the Gators. Click the subscribe button and get all the alerts for whenever we have new content posted or wherever we go live. Gators have won 8 straight. We have, I didn't bring my sheet with me, so I'm not going to do it. I know it's 8 straight overall, 7 straight on the road in SEC play. They are now 2 games clear and in the driver's seat for the number 1 spot in the SEC to get the 1 seed and to win an SEC regular season crown. We go to the guest line and welcome in one of my friends. I worked with him for so long at ESPN. He's ESPN college basketball analyst Seth Greenberg, who joins us because he's on campus this afternoon. Coach, your impressions of how the Gators looked Wednesday night in Austin, playing uphill for 33 minutes and then still getting the victory.
I absolutely love their team. And, playing on the road is hard. Playing against a physical Texas team is hard. Playing against a Texas team that can drive you and get to spots is hard. It has a Titus who kind of carves out space. And I think when you go on the road, you just got to have poise until you get that run. And I'm just so impressed with how Florida is playing. Look, they were 5-4, and most coaches would have panicked. And Todd Golden didn't panic. He poured into his team. I mean, he had a totally new team because when you play 3 guards one year and play 3 bigs together the next year, you're coaching a totally different team. And yet he poured into them. He empowered those guards. He put them in better positions to be successful. And now you have a team that could go and maybe go back-to-back.
There's a couple of different ways to go. Let's go back to Texas for a moment before I then even pivot to the overall, how Todd has changed this team. Coach, is there something to be said to be challenged and to actually play from behind and win on the road in a game like that? Because as you mentioned, the losses early, they were behind, but they never won. Now, they lost in close fashion to arguably 3 of the best teams in the country, but you still didn't get over the hump. So is there something to be said for guys, we just passed a test or even aced a test?
Without a doubt. Well, first, game pressure. Playing when there's game pressure is, you can't simulate that in practice. You can simulate doing time and score and all that, but you can't simulate that in practice because you don't have the emotion of a real game. You don't have the consequences of a real game. So when you are in that situation, you haven't been really in that type of game for a while, the ability to stay the course, play one play at a time, the ability to get the stops you need to, the ability to fight through the difficult, which is really, really important. Like, people don't understand. Have a team that trusts each other enough to make plays for each other. That is absolutely huge. I mean, I can't even quantify it because there's no way you can simulate that environment and that situation in your practice. Mm-hmm. It's impossible. So, that was a long time ago what happened when they couldn't close out games. But, yeah, that's a moment that coach can point to. It's also a film session that he can point to. He said, when our backs were against the wall, when we had to get stops, we had to execute, we had to make the right play, and look what we did. That's who we are. Yes. We're a championship pedigree. We're built as a champion.
Agree. Seth Greenberg, ESPN college basketball analyst, joining us here. Didn't mean to cut you off on that one. Coach, when we continue to look at, you mentioned Todd, you go from a 3-guard lineup to a 3-big lineup in terms of how you run your offense. How impressive, how hard is it to year, not only change your team, but change it in that dramatic fashion and then also be one of the best teams in the country?
It is really, really hard because, look, those 3 guards, it's because you're not just changing it a position. You're changing it offensively and defensively, which is, like, think about the guard play. You had the game, what were you going to do last year? The ball was going to go to Walter Clayton Jr. He was going to make a play. Yes. Did the game after game after game. All right? Those 3 guys could guard the perimeter, keep it out front, pressure the basketball, force a contested shot. Now you're asking Thomas Houck to guard out on the perimeter. You're asking Alex Condon, who played 5, more now playing 4. You're asking Ruben Chimula, who gobbles up rebounds like Pac-Man. Look it up, kids. Yes. And it's a totally different identity. The way they're guarding, they stay home. They force everything into the lane so they can protect the front of the rim. And then offensively, you're playing through your front court. Your Boogie's been good and Zabin's been good. And now the biggest thing, and no one's talking about enough, is the 8-man rotation. Mm-hmm. Isaiah Brown, that's been a phenomenon for him because that adds one more with size, shot making, physicality, adds a legit 2 small forward to your lineup. So it kind of changes your team's personality a little bit. But all those things said, That doesn't happen overnight. Yet most coaches starting 5-4, even though you're losing to high-level teams, might look and try to blow the whole thing up.
Mm-hmm. They could.
But Todd, whether it's his confidence or arrogance, said no. We're fine just where we're at. We just got to get better at what we're doing.
How many different ways, Seth Greenberg, can Florida beat a team?
Oh my goodness!
Right?
That's the thing. That's the thing, Kevin. You're 100% right. They beat you with their defense. They beat you on the glass. They beat you in transition. They beat you getting extra possessions. They beat you creating matchups because playing those three bigs creates matchups also.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like that, and how his ability in transition. To me, it's just. They have a lot of ways to. And I had this conversation with a coaching friend of mine talking about another team yesterday about what his team had to do to really get better. You got to score some easy baskets. You got to score some baskets ahead of the defense. You got to score some baskets on second chance opportunities where the defense isn't set. You got to score some baskets on an offensive rebound and a kick out open three. Because if you just grind it out in this half court. Right, it's just your margin of error is so small, and what Florida can do is they can get those easy baskets, whether it's in transition or on the glass or kick out threes, and they got a lot of different guys who can do it. So, like when you put together your game plan, what you're going to give, what you're going to take away,
yeah,
good luck.
And they beat Texas the other night with Hauck and Chinulu having one more point combined than they did combined fouls. Think about that. Your two best players combined for 10 points and 9 fouls. And as Sean Kelly said on the broadcast, Tommy Hauck, I don't know if he ever had as many points as he did fouls in a game. It's just remarkable. Seth Greenberg joining us. ESPN's College Gameday is in town. They got College Gameday 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. Then, of course, they're going to be here for the game tomorrow night. We'll start our coverage across the network beginning at 8. Seth, speaking of Arkansas, I think a lot of the country got their first look, at least we did down here. We kind of really locked in on that Alabama-Arkansas game because it was one that opened up a bit of a cushion for us atop the SEC standings. And we watch Arkansas lose, but Darius Acuff Jr. go for 49. What makes Acuff so special?
He's Dame Lillard. He's Derrick Rose. He's big body. He's physical. He loves to play. I mean, you saw what he did even the other night against Texas A&M.
Yes.
He's 1 for 11 in the first half, and he's limping around. And comes in like Superman, puts on a cape, and goes 5 of his next 6 or 6 of his next 7. He made an incredible steal by swiveling his head and shooting his arm out there. Made an unbelievable pass in transition, the lob to Ewan. He's just a special player. He's not a freak athlete. He's a freak basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference between being a freak athlete and a freak basketball player. He has an incredible IQ. And that's all these freshmen to me, that what's blowing him away. He's got an incredible feel. The game is slow to him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the dude makes shots.
Yes, he does.
I mean, the dude makes shots. I mean, he's a great layup shooter. Different angles.
Yes.
He makes hard layups look easy.
Give me Coach, give me a key for the Gators and the Razorbacks that you're going to be looking for tomorrow night in the O-Dome.
Yeah, this is real simple. I mean, the Gators got to keep Arkansas out of transition, which means, take good shots, which they do. Don't turn it over, which they don't. And then, for Arkansas, they got to figure out a way to deal with those 3 big dudes up front. And then in the half court, Arkansas's got to find a way, because of the way Florida's defending, they've got to find a way to create double gaps and spacing, to not just to score for themselves, but try to find a way to score for each other. Because, the bigs are going to get, they protect the front of the rim, but they don't overhelp. Like a lot of teams overhelp it, and you overhelp it, it's a pitch, and maybe one more, someone shooting a 3. Gators don't overhelp.
It's amazing.
They stay home, which is everyone said, well, don't leave the ball side corner. They don't leave the ball side corner. They don't much leave the weak side corner. But they do have you think about the length and the size. They do have the ability to cover a lot of ground, which is huge.
On a 35,000-foot scale, and I'll let you get out of here on this, Coach, the list of teams that can win the national championship is what?
Probably about seven or eight, and I think the Gators are one of those teams. Obviously, the three that have separated themselves, the Arizonas, the Dukes, and the Michigans. I think that outside, and I have Florida in that thing, outside of those four, because I have Florida in my Final Four right now, a team like UConn, but they've got to find a way to score easy baskets. They don't score easy baskets. You don't score easy baskets. You're playing against set defenses. Man, you got to be really, really good. I mean, you just got to be. You got to be really good. Can Alabama get in that conversation the way they're shooting? I don't know. Michigan State's not good enough offensively. I mean, I start finding like the negatives in teams. I think Kansas is going to be. I have Kansas in that conversation. If Darren Peterson plays the next 2-3 games and plays the tournament, they learn to play. They learn to play with him, not to him or through him. I think they have legitimate shot. Maybe Iowa State could be in that conversation because they're much better offensively this year. So I think it's about 8.
Coach, greatly appreciate it. Welcome to Florida. Good news, no 35, whatever it is you guys got that I don't miss anymore of snow.
How hot is it outside right now? Because I'm about to go for a walk and I have a pair of shorts on. Is that safe?
You will absolutely be fine. Trust me. You will be comfy. Maybe quarter zip. Just a light quarter zip, not a heavy quarter zip.
I just want to be outside and not shoveling snow.
Hang on. You're not going to be. I still have a little northern blood in me, so when people put jackets on, I'm just in a quarter zip, and that's when the temperature is in the high 40s, low 50s. I believe it was about 65 and a little humid this morning as when I just pulled into the parking lot here on campus.
Oh, I think I'm going to be good to go, bro. I'm going to get myself a good hour walking around campus.
Yeah,
and life will be good. I mean,
there you go. Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm going back to Connecticut on Sunday, and we're supposed to get 30 inches.
Another. Oh, yeah. I am not.
I don't even know where to put it in my driveway. There's no room to put it anywhere.
No, there isn't. You just make ski hills for the kids. Coach, I'll see you on campus. Appreciate it. I'll see you over I'll see you at the O-Dome. All right. Bye, Coach. Be well. All right, there's my conversation this morning with ESPN College Basketball, Seth Greenberg. Kevin Winter with you here at the Sports Lab. It's presented by Rally House on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM. I want to go to one thing that Coach mentioned and then maybe grab a call or two before we clear the phone bank and get ready to line up for our Rally House Play of the Week. Not yet. Coach mentioned Arkansas. What's the key for Arkansas? Not to play the one-on-one game. Arkansas is 26th in the country at 17.3 assists per game. We are right behind them at 16.5. We're down in the I think 46th is where I saw us. If we tomorrow night can force Arkansas into that one-on-one game, not the ball movement and distribution to get the easy baskets, that's also goes back to our defense. It's been a calling card for us all season long. We force teams to do things that they are uncomfortable doing. 392-8255, 392-8255. Comments available on our YouTube account. Join the congregation at WRUF, home of the Gators. I have not named the reverend of that congregation yet. It's definitely not going to be Vinny. Sorry, buddy. Vinny, Vinny, you're like the bishop. I don't know who the reverend is, though. Although I think the bishop's higher than the reverend. Andrew, you're up next in the Sports Lab, presented by Rally House on a Friday afternoon. Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Hey, good afternoon, Kevin. This guy that we talked about, Darius Acuff.
Yes, sir.
I believe one of Coach Greenberg's comments was that he's physical.
Yes, he's a big body. He's a big-bodied kid.
Yeah, thank God that he's only 6'3".
But Andrew, with that size, with that big body, that's where he can create his space because he can move you off your spot as a defender. And that's something I'm going to be watching tomorrow night with whomever we put on him. Whether it's we rotate all three guards on Acuff, I'm not sure I want to see Klavjar on him as much. Although Urban Klavjar is built just the same way. Klavjar's a brick you-know-what house. And he can check Acuff and not get knocked off his spot. But I'm not sure on the quickness and the agility, because that's where Acuff can beat you.
Here's my final point on Acuff. At probably one of the best performances I have seen this season, now without the blue and the orange glasses, of course.
Sure.
When Arkansas played at Alabama, this gent played 50 minutes.
Yep.
And scored 49 points.
He was insane.
How many people do 50 minutes and 50 points? How often does that happen?
Not in college, Andrew. It happens in the pros. It doesn't happen in college. They're just not.
Okay.
They're just not wired that way, and that's why this kid's a lottery pick and probably going to be in the top 5.
We got to zero in, but I think the crowd gets big and we have a big Go Gators, and let's do it tomorrow. Come on.
Let's go. Go Gators. All right. Thanks, Andrew. Enjoy the weekend. 392-8255. 392-8255. Yeah, Vinny, you're the court gesture. That's what we're going to make you. Here's what we're going to do right now. Phone lines are clear. That means I got 5 lines open. I need the first person who can properly identify this week's Rally House Play of the Week. 392-8255. 392-8255. The first person to that call-in line number who can properly identify this week's Rally House Play of the Week is going to win a $50 gift card to Rally House, 1680 West University Avenue, your one-stop shop for all your officially licensed Gator Game Day gear. I take your calls and your answers coming up next. Sports Lab is presented by Rally House. We continue along next here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, your home for Gator Sports.
The NCAA Tournament is coming to WRUF this March.
Hi, this is Dr. Art Mowry of Exceptional Dentistry. Listen to what our clients have to say about their experience at Exceptional Dentistry.
I've been coming here since they've opened. They are the kindest, most giving people that you'll ever want to meet. I mean, they give before they ever get anything. I feel confident in smiling. I feel confident in speaking with people. You know, the older you get, the less your regular teeth look white and happy and smiling. I have that now. I just know if anybody is thinking or needs dental help, medical help, any way, shape, or form, if they come here, they will receive not only the help they need, but they will come out feeling like a better person for knowing people that are here. Because everybody here treats everybody like family. You know, you're not a patient here.
This is Dr. Kim Mowry, and if you think you have dental problems that are too big to overcome, we're here for you. Please visit us at exceptionaldentistry.com. That's exceptionaldentistry.com.
At the UPS store, we get it. Being a small biz owner requires grit and hustle, but you don't have to do it alone. We've got your back. You put your heart and soul into your biz, we put ours into packing and shipping. While you're keeping track of your custom-made orders, our mailboxes are keeping your packages safe. Because we're here to help you be unstoppable with shredding, printing, notary, and more. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today.
There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Caldwell Banker MM Parrish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
It's the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter, right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Little Creedence Clearwater bringing us back. Ellie Sheva is the reverend of the congregation. Girl makes one appearance. You guys already got her, like, what are you guys going to do in the fall when I bring her on full time? You guys got to break the internet. 392-8255, 392-8255. Sports Lab is presented by Rally House. I need the first caller to properly identify this week's Rally House Play of the Week. Got a couple of contestants on the line. We go to the first person who called. Daryl, you're up with Kevin Winter. What, Daryl, is this week's Rally House Play of the Week?
Hey, Kevin, see if I got this. Jack Hughes, overtime golden gold.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, brother.
Gold in overtime.
Yeah, it was. You want to hear it? Let's hear it one more time. Give me Jack. Give me Jack Hughes. Give me some patriotic love.
Here's McDavid moving in on Jack Hughes. Tries to slow him down. Puck points up behind the net. And it's Werenski. Now Jack Hughes puts it around the car. United States with numbers. Walk across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold. Jack Hughes beating Jordan Bennington.
Daryl, do me a favor. After you get done your goosebumps, hang on the line. I have David Lopez and Josh Gitman are going to get your information. We'll send you out that $50 gift card to Rally House. Congratulations, okay?
I sure appreciate it.
You got it. Thanks.
Yes, I do have goosebumps.
Attaboy. That's what I want to hear. Thanks for listening, brother. Appreciate it. Put you on hold. I hit the right button. We always need to make sure of that. So there we go. What a weekend it was last weekend. What a week it has been. A lot of good stuff going on. I do want to give everyone an update. Joe Lenardi drops his bracketology. I can't remember. Nope, don't put him on the air. Don't put him on the air. Put him back on hold. Now hit the side button. Don't hit the number. Hit the button next to that. That's the one you want to hit. I got a little instruction. Class always continue. Class is always in session here on the Sports Lab. That's why we call it the Sports Lab. Back to Joe Lenardi. So I believe it was yesterday, Russo and Vivanco were on the radio, and at the end of the Sports Lab in the 3 o'clock hour, I mentioned that Joe Lenardi had bumped us up to a number 7 overall ranking and a number 2 seed. Well, Joe Lenardi's latest bracketology, Joe Lenardi has moved us out of the South region where we were with UConn as the 2. Joe Lenardi now has us as the number 6 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. So Joe, I like Joe. His Twitter account hates him. Arkansas Razorback fans hate him. That's fine. But I use Joe Lenardi, and he's one of many. So this is going to be fluid. This is not gospel, to stay with our congregation reference. But right now, Lenardi projects Duke is a 1 seed in the East, Michigan, the 2 seed in the Midwest. So these are your number 1 overall seeds. Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and UConn. Those are your 4 number 1 seeds in the NCAA tournament. And then he has Iowa State in the same bracket as Michigan. Iowa State would be the highest ranked 2 seed. And then Joe has projected Florida to be a 2 seed in the East with Duke. So that puts us back in the Duke category. I agree with Rob Russo when he said this yesterday. Give me Duke. I know people are fearful of them. I want a shot at them. I want another shot at them. Long way to go. I'm okay with this. I'm okay. Again, all of this is going to be flexible over the next couple of weeks. All right, take a quick break. 392-8255, 392-8255. I'll let you hear some Todd Golden sound as the Gators get set to take Arkansas. Some Todd Golden media availability, all coming up next. Sports Labs presented by Rally House and WRUF.
Last year, the Gators brought home the national championship, and this year, they're fighting to repeat. Sustaining excellence isn't easy. That's something the pros at Charlesburg Enterprises know all too well. Since 1967, this family-owned and operated company has delivered reliability, accountability, and top-notch service, customer by customer, year after year. For decades, families across our community have counted on their family to heat and cool their homes, efficiently, affordably, and always with the job done right. And when it comes to dependability, they trust Train equipment because it's hard to stop a train. So if your family needs a heating and air company you can count on, team up with the proven pros. Visit charlesburgenterprises.com. That's charlesburgenterprises.com.
Charlesburg.
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 It feels so good to be champions, and the Florida men's basketball team is back to defend their title. Show your pride by gearing up for game day at Rally House. Located at 1680 West University Ave, just across the street from campus, Rally House is your one-stop shop for all your authentically licensed Gator Game Day gear. jerseys, hats, t-shirts. Their selection is outrageous. 1680 West University Ave. Your city, your house, Rally House.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-952-8424. 800-952-8424. Again, that's 800-952-8424.
Gator fans, get ready to raise a glass for a perfect cause. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill is teaming up with UF Gymnastics head coach Jenny Rowland to bring you 2 brand new limited time drinks. Feel the heat with the fiery flip or stick the landing with the perfect 10 margarita. And here's the best part. $2 from every drink goes straight to support the Gator NIL Fund. Sip, support, and celebrate Gator greatness. But hurry, these signature drinks are only available for a limited time at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, where Gators come to win.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Clouds and sun today with highs near 80 degrees. Feeling a little bit muggy. We'll have a breeze from the southwest gusting to about 20 miles an hour. A chance for showers later this afternoon into the evening. That chance will continue overnight and into the first part of the day tomorrow. Lows in the morning near 60, highs tomorrow afternoon in the mid-70s. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Borowski.
The biggest names in Gator Nation appear here. WRUF.
Let's go, Blink 182. Let's go into the weekend, everyone. Come on. Sing it. Crack a beer. What are we at, 3 o'clock? I'm 3 hours and 10 minutes from having one. Nope, I probably should go home first. 392-8255, 392-8255. In case you missed it last night, Liv McGill set the single-season scoring record for Gator women's basketball. A monster game last night for Liv McGill. What a season she's had. Florida gets its biggest win of the year to the Gators women's basketball team. They can be no higher than an 11 seed in the SEC tournament, which they will play next Wednesday. They're no lower, I think, still than a 15. It's just still in flux. Arkansas, the women's basketball team at Arkansas stinks, so they've locked up the 16 seed. And also, if you missed it last night, if you were up late, first off, I got to give props to AJ Sheridan and Charlie Jones. We call him Char Jones Media. Charlie was here till about 1 a.m. engineering the Gator softball game last night, the second game. I leave here last night at 11-0 in the first inning. I leave at 11-0 in the first inning. I walk to my car. It's 14-0 in the first inning. By the time I pull into my apartment complex, it's 17-0 in the first inning. 17-0 in the first inning. I mean, that's like the Simpsons little gif where everyone just keeps going the merry-go-round of hitting home runs. Simpsons, look it up, kids. It's a good show. Look it up. Gator, they win 28-0. Gators do have a date with UCLA, 5:30, so they're going to be 2.5 hours from now at the Judy Garman Classic. I want to let you hear from Todd Golden. Todd Golden had some media availability this afternoon. Todd was asked today about how his expectations for this Gator basketball team have changed as the season has progressed. Josh, this is the first one.
We've been able to kind of define our floor. Like, I think we have a really high floor. The shooting gives us a really high ceiling. And that, any given night, we want to be in any ball game regardless of the perimeter shooting. But when we get, efficient shooting from our perimeter and, we're making 8, 9, 10 threes on a good clip, like we're going to be really, really tough to beat.
All right, so there's Todd on the shot. So he was immediately asked on a follow-up question, Todd, why have the perimeter shots started falling? That's your cue.
I think it's a combination of comfort and shot selection. Early in the year, as we were kind of figuring out our team and where, which guys needed to take the shots, it was going to take time. We have a lot of really good players playing in different roles than they were in last year. And, comfort is a huge part of shooting. You look at Irby, a guy last year that had trouble, at times finding his zone. And now this year he's playing fully confident and comfortable. And I don't, all of us, when he's getting a clean look, thinks it's going in. I think X has gotten there. He's playing really confidently, knocking down his, off the bounce threes, which are daggers. They're really tough shots, but are good shots for him. But he's shooting the ball better, more confidently. His stroke looks cleaner. Again, I think big picture-wise, our guys are just more comfortable.
So there's Todd Golden, some of his comments at media availability this afternoon. Everyone went over and did the work and wanted to be able to play that for you. Two things that he talked about. Number one, obviously, Klavjar's shot. It's someone you rely when Irby takes the three, you almost expect it to go in at this point. That's kind of the rhythm he's been in, I'd say, for the last month and a half, especially ever since SEC play started. Back to Xavier Lee. Remember all in the Vanderbilt game when Lee took that three and it was like the no, yes three-pointer that X hit to take us, were we down? I think we were down. We're down 2 or down 1 or 2, right? 1 or 2, and he gives us the lead. That shot that X hit in the Vanderbilt game was the no, yes. Did anyone say that the other night when he steps on the Horns logo and steps into a three? No. Like, we were rocking and rolling so much on Wednesday night. That rhythm shot, right? That was one of those, and guess what? That ball was straight, pure through the net. No, as Larry Bird used to say, no rim. They don't say swish, no rim. Right through the heart of Texas. Back to what Todd said regarding this team. I'll leave you with this. There was a point in the season, Todd early on was asked about this team. And he says, I'm cautiously optimistic. And now look at them. Now look where the Florida Gators are. Want to remind everyone, first off, congratulations to Darryl for winning our Rally House gift card Player of the Week. All of you, I wish nothing but the best for you guys. Have a great sports weekend. Tonight, baseball against Miami. Start our coverage as the series opener at 6:55. Tomorrow, we will have Gator softball in their final game of the Judy Garmin Classic. We'll begin our coverage at 2:40. We hope. It all depends on the game in front of us. Gator baseball at Miami tomorrow night, 5:55. Basketball starts on 103.7 The Gator. We're going to join basketball here on WRUF when the game's done. Sunday, baseball series finale at Miami. We'll start our coverage at 12:55 on Sunday afternoon. First pitch at 1. I got Ross and Amise. Girl Power is up next here on the Sports Lab, presented at Rally House on WRUF.
This is Sean Kelly, voice of the Gators, and you're listening to the home of Gators basketball, right here on WRUF.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text radio to 64,000. Text radio to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's radio to 64,000.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free? Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free? Really?
Really. free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9. Restrictions apply.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language,